can do it too. Easy as 1, 2, 3. You can do it too. Come along and draw with me. Pads and pencils, a very good start. So when you draw with your heart. You draw with your heart, 'cause you can do it too. You can do it too. You can do it too.
Hi everybody, my name is Lydia Forte-Santiago, and here I am once again to do the show of You Could Do It Too. And here back with Buttercup. Now remember the first show we did Buttercup in black and white, and we sketched them out, and now we have the feeling of Watercup. So today what we're going to do is I'm working now, this is important, I'm working with pastel. It's not any pastel, it's a soft pastel, only because soft pastel is very easy and to move around and blend and everything. The other pastel, should you buy it, it's no good, it doesn't blend good. So we'll stick to soft pastel. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start putting the background. So watch. And then I just blend this. I'll blend it in. Now look how easy this is. And if I could do it, you could do it. Remember what I tell. You could do it too. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3. Now look how pretty this looks already. Now look at the way I changed my stroke. I change it this way, I change it that way, and I change the stroke of the hand just to blend it in. Here we go. If you see that the lines aren't blending, that means you don't have enough pastel in the paper. It's newsprint paper, so it blends in pretty easy. And it's just pastel. Pastel is chalk, it's not paint, so it's easy to just clean and wipe off. So you don't really, just take a paper towel, wet it and dry it, and it'll be fine, you know. So now I'm going to take, and we're going to do it here. See, so now your drawing is there. You see, so the drawing, it's already there. You did the drawing, so we'll just stick to the blue. And we're doing the background to punch this out a little bit. Yeah. So let's get this. Because whenever you do a painting, like whether it's oil, you always do after you finish your drawing, you always do your background first. You take your background and you put it first, because now what happens when you do the background, and when you put the color of Buttercup in, you could actually see the color next to this color, and it will make more of an impact than if you're looking at the color next to just a plain sheet of paper, which is not as nice. So this is, and now look how I changed this. I changed this stroke, and now right in here, there, I blend it in as the years go. So I'm just going around the drawing, so you could see what I did. I'm going around the drawing, and then you'll reinstate it. There. But just you give it a nice little background. And you keep on blending it. And if it's not blending enough, remember what I said. There's not enough soft pastel. Now I change the stroke. You see what I'm doing now? I'm rotating this. It's always changing. So now he has like a little background. So it doesn't look like he's there. It has a little background there. So now it looks a little nicer. It's a little background. Now what we're going to do is, now we look at the picture, stop, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with his ears. So we'll blend this in. Now watch this. Blend, blend. what you're going to leave white, don't even bother coloring it in. Just leave it like that. Don't bother. Whatever is white. Like around here, he has color. Then he has a little, like orangey colors here. The white comes later. A little dark. And you could blend. This is very easy to blend with because it's, and now the dark, I lost my dark, so I'm going to just bring it in a little bit. I lost my dark, so bring that in. Lost it here a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. See, now just reinstating. See, now I could put in my white. Look. Wherever you see white. Yeah. There's a little spot there, you know. Yeah. And then you could come back with this little colors. I lost my dark. My dark is in here. Remember what I said about backing up every now and then to look at your picture? You always have to do that. Yeah. These little Yorkies are really cute. A lot of people have this little dog, popular dog. It's then go back to the eye, like that, like that. And sometimes, you know, like I lost my little white spot there in the eye, so let's kind of reinstate that. Let's reinstate that. Yeah, to make it punch out. Reinstate that. Yeah. Yeah. And the little nose. See, by reinstating everything and darkening it, everything, what you actually do is you just punch it out. You know, you bring it out. That's the purpose of constantly reinstating. You know, so now if I'm putting pastel in, I lost some of my black, so I just kind of reinstate this and bring it in. Yeah. And then you could put a little bit of white in here. Yeah. There. This is a little darker. This is the black. Bring that out. Kind of when the black gets against the color, it really pops it out. So, yeah, it like pause. And then this, like, right here, you can see his paw, like there, just like that. Just like the shadow there. Put it in there. And then darken the table a little bit. Just show that there's a table there. And you could put it here. There's a little table, so yeah. That's so cute. And then, see the way I stroke it? Like I just tap it like I'm doing little hairs. See, you know what it is? You're constantly changing this stroke. Your stroke doesn't stay the same. You don't hold this like a pencil and start like, you know, you change your stroke. You hold it like this, you hold it like this, you know, you hold it a little different. Here's a little dark, I know. And you see, I keep telling you about looking back at it because, you know something, the more I look at this, the more I see different things that I didn't see before. Yeah, so you got to keep on looking at it just to refresh your mind and back up, you know. The way I back up like this, I have to back up like that. And this here. And this here is a little dark here. And this is a little dark there. And this is a little dark there. And this is really dark over here. Yeah, this is really dark there. And here's dark, like the head is going a little back. They're like that. It's going, you know, like that. It's cute, you know. And then this is going like this. And then I could take a little bit of these little whiskers. There. 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 And there. Like that. And there's around the eye, he has a little dark, so we'll just put it in this. We'll darken that a little bit, like that. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this little white pastel here that I have, and I'm going to just take, and I'm going to press it and let it go. And that. Now that looks a little better. Now I'm going to take, and it's the edge. See the right here, the corner? This is what I'm using. I'm going to just take, because it's almost like a dot. I'm going to press it, and I'm going to let it go. And I'm going to press and let it go. So this way you could see that he's kind of like, okay, now let me just press it a little harder, because not like that. Now doesn't that look better? That looks nice, right? Now, I did that, so I'm going to take the back to this one, and I'm going to darken around that little light that I just did. That little light, by the way, is that little twinkle and sparkle in the eyes. We all have that. So now I'm just darkening this around the eyeball right here, because by doing this, I'm going to pop that eye out. Look, see? And then his nose could be just a little darker too, because this is kind of like the focal point, you know. There's like little nostrils here. And I do the same thing with the nostrils. Look what I'm doing now. I'm just pressing this there like that. So you could see there's little nostrils there. And you could see it there. And put a little light there. Not much, because it's not like the eye. So it just, and then underneath it, this is like there. That's cute, like that. Now this is I'm working with pastel, which is the blue, and the vine charcoal, which is just this. But there's different mediums. You could do this in oil. I've done this in oil paint. I've done it in oil. Some people want me to paint this for them, so then I don't do it like this. I'm doing this as a lesson. But if it's paint, then it's a different medium, so then it takes a little lengthy time, because the paint has to dry, and you have to paint over the paint. With this, it's like quick, because we're not waiting for anything to dry, you know. Or if you do it with watercolor, that's another medium that you can do. You know, you have to try different things. You have to try different mediums. Some people like working with pencil and graphite pencil. Other people like drawing with pastels, and other like acrylic. And so there's different mediums. So in order for you to find what medium you like best, like me, I had to go through a lot of them. So I went through pastels, and I went through acrylic, and I went through watercolor. Watercolor I wasn't fond of, but you know, it takes a little time to find, gee, I feel comfortable with this particular medium to use. So then that's the one you will work with. See, and you know what? It's like you're playing. You're playing with this. You know, that's what we're doing with art. You're playing. You're experimenting. You're finding. Oh, should I do it this way? Yeah, maybe it doesn't look good that way. Oh, maybe I'll try it this way. I'll do it this way and see if it comes out good. Oh, you know what? It's coming out better this way. Oh, I think I'll do it this way. And that's what you're doing. So that's and you make little discoveries, and in essence, you're learning and you're teaching yourself, because as you do this, you find little things. Well, I could have did it that way. I could have did this, you know, and you just find things to do it, and then you start changing things around. Like now, like right now. And you know something, you learn from each other, because it's always when you see other kids in the class draw, you look at what they have to do and you can learn from somebody else. You could always learn from somebody. Somebody always has something to teach, you know. And if somebody does it one way and somebody does it the other way, wow, what a good idea. You did it that way. I think I'll try it that way, you know. So you learn from each other, you know, especially art. Art is very interesting. And when I was in a class with all art students, everybody stops and everybody looks at everybody else's work, because everybody does it different. And the results are nice and beautiful, and they're different. So we learn from one another. And then when you learn from one another, guess what? When you learn it and you know how to do it, guess what you're going to do? You're going to pass it on to somebody else. You're going to be the one giving the lesson and saying, oh, let me teach you how to do it. So you give the person the lesson, you know? And that's how it goes. We learn from each other. Now it's beginning to shape nice. Here he really has a sharpness in here that's really pronounced. And he has a sharpness here and there that's pronounced. And this right near the ear. And there's a little white in the ear, I guess. The ear is not totally all brown, and there's some different color here in the ear. And you know, what we're actually doing here is you're actually building this up. That's what you're doing. You're building them up. You're building this up with color. Yeah. And it's fun doing it with color, because here, there's a difference. And don't forget these little hairs here. They have to be pronounced. You have to pronounce that, you know, like this, and this. You know, this is such a cute dog. I see people walking this dog in Manhattan in the pocketbook. He's so little and tiny. They stick him in a little pocketbook. It's the cutest little thing. See, now I'm darkening here because I want to bring this little, and this goes long. These are hairs, they go long. See, and this goes like here, because they're hairs. So you know what? Like one art teacher told me, if you're gonna draw water, feel the water. Paint the water, feel it. If you're going to draw a sky, feel the sky. If you're going to draw whiskers, feel the whiskers. Pretend you're touching the dog. Pretend he's there. Pretend he's your pet. You know, pretend and actually get into it. And you'll see that by doing this, the drawing will actually get better, you know. See, now it's like shaping up right here. I see this darkness there, and like that, you know. So, and here, this part here is like very dark, and here is some darkness too, you know. You know, and there's one thing about this pastel colors, when you work with them, it's like powdery and loose, so it kind of blows and falls on the other color. So that's why I have to reinstate it, because what's happening is kind of like the other color is not as pronounced as it was before. So every now and then you have to come back to it and look. Now I'm going to take this, which I see here. See, and think in an abstract. This is a shape here. So I just follow the shape that it is. See, follow this shape. There's a shape. You know, you don't even have to think of the paw. You just look at the shape, and you're just drawing a shape. So sometimes you have to think in like an abstract form, you know, like that. And here he has some of this color too. And right about over here, he has that color. And here he has that color. See the way I'm doing this? And here he has that color. And up around the ear, he has that color. And here he has that color. And over here. See, so I keep looking back and forth. And I go back. And over around here, I see some of that color. It fades in, but it's there. And then I fade in here because it's there too, you know. So, and it's light like that. And then, now in a little while, I'll show you what my granddaughters did, Charlet and Rhys, and they're only 10, and they're getting into the drawing and enjoying the artwork too. So I motivated them. I'm sure they can motivate you. They'll motivate you. And here's little whiskers. There. Like that, you know. And here's, especially around here, I see like all this little lightness come. And then up here, I see this other color. You know, so you have, it's a play of color. And you know, remember I said, art is light on form. This is the study of light. This is the way light is falling on the form. This is what we're doing. So it's always, when you refer to art, it's always light on form. The light is coming from the left, the way it's hitting on the puppy, and the way it's falling, Buttercup. And this is the look that he gets. So think of it in that terms. What am I doing? I'm painting light on form. It could fall on like this beautiful screaming eagle. It could fall on the boat. It could fall on my beautiful grandchildren, Charlet and Rhys, the way the light hits. It's always the way the light falls. And that's what, and then as you do the colors, it begins to shape up and you follow it up, you know. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just blend this a little bit more with the blue, like that. See? And you know, bring it out just a little bit more, you know, there. And you see how cute he's looking? There. And over here, you just put, yeah, like that. And you just blend it over a little bit. And Buttercup is looking very cute. You know, there. Now look, doesn't he look precious? You know. Now I see some lights here, so I punch it out. I see a light there, I punch it out. I see some whiskers here, I punch that out. I see some here, there, punch that out. Here I see something, punch it out. Here, punch that out. Here I see a lot of white there, and I punch it out. And you're constantly punching out these things, and it begins to shape up. And look how cute, you know. And I have a little color here, and I add it, you know, that'll be nice. There. And here, he's hairy. He's got all these little hairs, things for, he's so cute. There. And there. Here. And then I take my other color and I press. And wherever you see this color, you see it just comes to life. The more you do it, the more it comes. See? Like it just, like there. This is like around the paws. Yeah. And somehow these ears are a little bit more colorful here. So let's just press that. There. There. And then I see a lot of dark here. This is little hairs, so I'm gonna press that out, you know. So pretty soon we'll have Charlotte and Rhys come up here and show you their drawings, and we'll see how nice they did and how well they're getting into their art, and hopefully they're going to motivate you, and anybody of all ages can do that. So it's just a desire and a little passion to do it that will make you do it, and you'll do it. And you start doing with things you like to draw. If you like to draw, whatever you like to draw, you could start. So come on, girls, I want you to come up here. Yeah, and stay over here, Charlotte. And Rhys, you go on this side, honey, and take your artwork, right here. And, yeah, it's right.
Oh, I have it here.
Yeah, you have it over there. Okay, come up. Yeah, come up here, and hold your picture. And Charlotte did this.
I just kind of messed up my bunny.
but this is what, Alice in Wonderland?
And Little Red Riding Hood.
And Little Red Riding. Show the people, show the kids, show. And Rhys, what did you do over here?
I did a spotted dog with.
Show it. Put it up to the.
I did a spotted dog with a bowl of food.
A bowl of food, and look how nice. And what medium did you use? What did you use to do?
What does that mean?
Medium is what did you do it with? A chalk,
So
a marker?
I used a pencil and then
Hold
I
it up.
traced it with a thin Sharpie.
Right. So you started to draw with a pencil first. Hold it to the camera so the kids could see.
I wanted it to look like old-fashioned, so I did it black and white.
That was good. Hold it to the camera so the kids could see. See how beautiful. And yours?
I did it first with pencil, and then I outlined it with permanent marker, and then I spotted it. So she basically did the same thing. But
stay here. Stay. Look over there.
I copied the dog off of another painting.
Yeah, well, she did what Grandma's doing. She took a picture of a dog, and she's doing like I'm doing. She copied it off
As
the
you can see, I'm just writing down the names so you don't get confused.
Hold your picture up nice and close. And how long did it take to do this little picture?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. And how long, Rhys, did it take you to do this little picture?
15 minutes.
15 minutes. Well, that wasn't so long. I think that was pretty quick, don't you? And what do you think you're going to draw next time? Do you have anything in mind that you would like to draw?
No.
No, not yet?
Not yet.
Yeah, hold it up like this. We want all the kids out there to see it, because what's the name of the show, girls?
You can do it too.
Yeah, you can hold your picture up. You can do it too. So if
I wrote the bunny from Alice in Wonderland over the bunny, if you couldn't see that.
Can you see that? Can everybody see that?
And this is Little Red Riding Hood.
That's Little Red Riding Hood.
And this is Alice in Wonderland.
And that's Alice in Wonderland with Little Red Riding Hood. And there's two little, how cute. Look at that. Hold it up so everyone could see. Hold it up. And look at you with the spotty little dog. Yeah, look how cute. They started in pencil like I did, and then, look at the camera, and then after that, they did it in marker, and they brought it out. And it's a beautiful drawing. Are you going to continue drawing?
Yes.
Yes?
Probably.
Yeah, probably. So every time that I go visit them, I see they're all coming up with new, different sketches.
I'm probably going to keep drawing if I have ideas.
Yeah, and like she said, she's going to keep on drawing if she has ideas. So what happens is, the more you draw, the more creative you become. So you love your work, you have a passion for art. And hold that picture up. Don't put that picture down. We're not done yet. Hold that picture up. Hold that picture up. You want to hold that picture up. You want the children to see that beautiful picture so they can be motivated by that, And you too. You can see that beautiful picture. Look how nice. Now, It's all what you want to do, and it's all what you feel. Not yet. It's all what you feel. So that's good.
I tried my best.
But anyway, it was fun, girls, being in this show, and it was a lot of fun with my granddaughter.
You can do it too.
Go ahead, Charlie. What do you say?
You can do it too.
Thank you.